Capture the Flag is a mode that requires you to make decisions for your team. So, you'll be given 5 seconds to answer a few decision questions and you'll get a decent strategy and tip at the end of the video. Just note that not every decision made in this video works for every match and most of them are situational. I was collecting iron at the team base and I ended up with 33 iron. I bought wool with it. Should I build to the diamond gen or build towards my enemy flag? If you picked to build to the diamond gen, then it was a good choice. That's because after I get 4 of the diamonds, I can then go back to my team base and buy a tier 1, which would benefit me and my team because of how much faster it would be to get resources and good loot. An enemy player was running from my team, and this dude must have thought that he was Sonic the Hedgehog or something, and that he could just dash through us without us noticing. He literally came in with no armor and just blocks as if we wouldn't be able to kill him. So I quickly killed him, built to our other diamond gen, and collected 6 diamonds and made my way over to the inside of our base. My goal was to get a tier 2 gem. Should I store these 2 diamonds in my personal chest or the public chest? So if you were to have a team that you trust and isn't random players, then you can keep it in the public. But because I'm playing with random players and they might take the diamonds and either spend it on something else or die with them, so it would be safer to just keep them in your personal chest so you can buy the upgrade you wanted. I made my way over to the other diamond gen and collected 3 diamonds, which was enough for our tier 2 since I had 6 in the chest. So now, we have a fast iron generator and I allowed my team to easily buy armor and weapons, which could make capturing or defending a flag much easier. I noticed that the Sonic the Hedgehog guy is back with his team, and again, he tried to dash his way to victory. But unfortunately, he must have thought he was Superman because the way he confidently jumped off made it look like he was gonna take off like a military fighter jet. But the only thing he was flying to was the void. Now for his other teammates, well, they came a little bit more prepared, so I then realized that most of the enemy players had iron armor. I decided to stack iron to get it. But now, should I spend the rest on a good sword or blocks? If you pick to spend the rest on blocks, then it wasn't a bad choice. That's because the goal in this mode is not to kill people, but it's to capture the enemy flag 2 times. With blocks, it could make capturing the flag much easier since I would be able to avoid enemies by building over them and avoid being hit, as well as slowing enemies down since by building behind myself, it would make catching me a bit more harder. I built to the middle of the map and met another Sonic the Hedgehog guy, but this time I think he thought he was Shadow the Hedgehog and that he could just zigzag skate his way to the flag, but unfortunately for him, the only place he could do that is his dreams. I was about to kill him, but then his teammate who had a better sword came to defend him. There's a zip line there and a decent wall over there. Should I fight him and hopefully combo him or wall run around him and take the zip line? If you picked a wall run around him and take the zip line, then you made a smart choice. By doing so, he wasn't able to hit me and I went straight to their flag. I picked up their flag, but I was taken down to 52 HP and it looks like I'm about to fall in the void. But remember, I'd be dead right now if the guy from earlier dealt damage to me. But since I escaped that situation with 100 HP, it increased my chances of survival. Now over here, should I give up and just fall in the void or take a chance and block clutch with that wall? Now this was an easy choice. Obviously it's best not to give up, but some players give up too early when they have a chance to clutch. So don't give up. As I landed, I built protection over me and I was proud that I survived this. But out of nowhere, a player dropped down and startled me. Luckily, I knocked him off and started heading back to my base with the enemy flag, looking more cooler than a Power Ranger walking away from an explosion. I was being chased by enemy players and I had a teammate behind me. At this point, my goal was to avoid taking damage the best I can, so I built under me to hopefully make it harder for the enemies behind me. I reunited with some more teammates who are trying to defend me as I bring the flag to our base. Let's just take the time to appreciate how these awesome teammates are making me feel like Captain Jack Crystal's carried the long lost treasure. So I continue to build behind me in an attempt to slow the enemies down. I made it to my base, but then our flag was stolen, so I wouldn't be able to capture the enemy flag until we got our flag back. Should I camp the flag spawn till it comes back, or should I loot up inside our base then place the flag? If you picked to loot up inside the base first, then it was a smarter choice. That's because standing out in the open, holding the enemy flag will cause them all to attack and try to kill me. Since someone killed the enemy who had our flag, I was able to capture it for our team. Let's give it a round of applause, shall we? One of my teammates were trying to stop an enemy who had our flag. He looked like he had it under control. Should I let him kill the guy or take a zipline and kill him just in case? If you pick to take the zipline just in case, then it was a better choice because sometimes people make mistakes and the guy could possibly escape. So me acting like I'm Batman defending Gotham City, I took the zipline and easily killed him. I was helping to defend our flag from enemies and was doing my part as a teammate, but then I noticed a guy with a diamond sword approaching, and he looked like Kung Fu Panda spawning a bowl of dumplings while staring directly at our flag. Waiting for him to attack us is too risky because he could pose as a distraction so that more enemies could come. Should I take the zipline and double jump onto him and hit him off, or build to him and fight him off? Choosing to take the zipline then double jumping was better because he obviously wasn't expecting it, and if I were to build to him instead, he could easily end up hitting me off. Right after I surprised him with my Super Mario double jump abilities and killed him, another diamond armor guy came. This is an easy question, but should I try to kill him or loot up and let him run? If you picked to try to kill him, then it was a better choice because dealing as much damage as I can to an enemy with our flag increases the chances of our team winning, and also the guy wanted to escape and not fight, so I was able to kill him easily. I am currently at this spot next to my base. Should I take the zipline to the middle or stay here? For this question, either one is fine, but I would say to go to the middle because it would make stopping enemies from taking your flag easier since you would be blocking their path. An enemy arrived to the middle, he had a wooden sword and iron armor, so I was already at an advantage, so I fought him and hit a decent combo on him and I was able to kill him. I was near the enemy base, then a guy with diamond armor and iron sword approached me. Should I fight him or run from him? If you pick to fight him, then it was a good choice because dealing as much damage to your enemies is crucial in Capture the Flag because of how you can screw up their chances of capturing your flag. I must have been dealing some good damage to him, so he pearled away. Then afterwards, I noticed an enemy with my team's flag was trying to bring it to his base and win the game. I couldn't let that happen, so I started to approach him. But before he probably noticed me, I know his heart was probably beating so fast. He was so excited that he was going to be the one to bring the win for his team. But the dude had blocks in his hands and continued to walk in a straight line. He's probably so traumatized to see me because he knew all his hopes and dreams would probably be crushed. So he continued to ignore me and hopefully I would just get the milk and disappear. But sorry man, it doesn't work like that, and adios. I was about to break the Tesla coil so that getting a flag would be easier for my team. But before I knew it, my boys bring home the win. Now here's the strategy that I used to help my team win this match. First, I got wool and collected 4 diamonds to get a tier 1 generator. Then I did the same on the other diamond generator and repeated the process for a tier 2 generator. Then I bought iron armor and lots of blocks to make it to the enemy flag, and I ran with it back to my team base. I then started playing defensive for my team so that it's easier for them to get a flag by protecting my own flag, then go into areas where the enemies need to pass by in order to reach our flag and guarding that area, either dealing damage to anyone trying to cross or killing them. This is a strategy that has been helping me get wins with random teammates and capture the flag. A good tip that I can tell you is whenever you have the enemy flag and you're running with it, try to build as fast as you can so that anyone who's trying to hit you is not able to. The clicking method that I use to build fast is called butterfly clicking, and you can find countless tutorials on YouTube to learn it. If you like these videos, then consider clicking on this one if you haven't watched it already.